Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Okay? That was easier than learning Naughty by Nature's Hip Hop Array verses.
From the X, not a rapper trying to get my feet wet. Check. I'm from the show called the 90s House, and I want to show you.
Welcome back to an all-new review recap of the 90s House Season 1 with your girl, Jenielle here. I'm glad you guys are still staying tuned to the season and staying tuned to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate all of the love and the support, the comments, the feedback, everything. You guys honestly rock, and I don't know where I would be, where the 90s House would be right now if it wasn't for y'all. So you guys are super amazing, and let's get started on episode number 6, the rap battle, the one I was waiting for all season. Let's dive into it. It's going to be a quick video for you guys, and I have something to show you. For those who don't know, my nickname is Nelly. I've been called that my whole entire life, and my castmates on the show also called me that as well. However, MTV and production was like, listen, it got to be Jenielle, or it can't be both. So that's why you probably never heard anyone call me that on the show. However, this bag we created during one of our challenge, Who Got Game challenge rewards. They didn't show you guys this, but I thought it was so cool. I was able to keep it. I created it, 90s House. We have Polaroid cameras. Yeah, so it's my first time ever like showing this to anybody, and I got to keep it. So let's move right along. Before we dive into the rap battle, let me just say, okay, meeting Kid and Play in person was like a moment of my life on this show that I will never, ever, ever forget. I mean, I love Kid and Play. Like I said before, I've been watching House Party so many times. I know practically all the words and the dance moves, okay? And when they walked out, we were talking to Lance and Christina, and we didn't know what was going on. Like, it took them a while to walk out, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, what's happening here? Because I was so confused, right? And so when they walked out, that reaction I had was so genuine. And I know my producers were laughing at me. I know the cameraman probably laughing because I literally was like in tears. Okay, I was in tears. And I just kept thinking about like my freaking sister, my friends at home that I grew up with, who are so jealous right now that I'm meeting them in person. That's what I kept thinking in my head. Like, oh my God. And they're going to freak out. And my friends legit freaked out. We then had to do the Kid and Play for a whole freaking minute. And I thought that me and Prince would have really had it in the bag. Like, I thought we would have had it down pat. But it wasn't that simple. And we came in second place because, you know, Shay and Sierra definitely fell off that thing before we did. And they wasn't going fast enough, okay? Devin and Chase definitely were speeding around like they were wilding. But, yeah, so we came in second place, and we got to stay with our regular partners from the beginning. I'm like, wow, damn, you know, this is the moment where me and Prince really worked together the most of the whole entire season. And I wasn't really mad about it. Like, Prince and I began to get along around that time, a little bit before that time. So I was cool with it. I wasn't as like, oh, God, or whatever. I'm like, you know what? We doing this. All right, you're my partner. We're going to win. You're my partner, we're gonna knock this out the bag. And that was, you know, the plan once I found out that him and I were gonna be partners. Since we won second in the Kid and Play mini challenge, we got to pick second. And I know all 3 songs. I knew all 3 songs that they gave us to choose from. And since Devin Chase picked Baby Got Back, which I knew they were gonna pick, I said, you know what? Good Day is way too slow. I'm not saying that we can't have a crowd if we were stuck with that song, but why get stuck with that song? Okay? So I said we definitely have to pick Hip Hop Array, which we did. And I always, you know, knew the chorus. Who doesn't know the chorus of Naughty by Nature's Hip Hop Array? Like, we all know that. However, okay, the verses is another story. Okay? So I said, you know what? We're going to tough it out. We're going to work it out. We're going to do it. Prince and I practiced 4 hours, okay? We practiced 4 hours. Like, it was to the point where we had it, but then you know how you try and jam pack something in your mind? It was like we began to lose it. Like, we had the lyrics down. Like we're good. And then it didn't work out that way. Okay. It was like we were practicing too much to where our brain was just jumbling all the words in our mind. Like it was like it was just too much. However, the next day, waking up, because we both went to bed with the headphones on our ears, and we were like, all right, we're gonna go to bed to this song. I woke up probably early that day, and I woke up knowing the lyrics, and I'm like to myself, I know it, like as if I wrote it. I swear, the words were just in my brain. I knew it. And then I woke up and I ran to Prince's room. I said, Prince, I know the song. If I know it, your ass know it. Let's get up. Let's practice. So then we practiced the whole rest of the time, the whole rest of the day before we got to set. And we were confident. We were so confident. Prince and I made a pact. We were like, listen, if we mess up, hype the crowd. We got to set. We walked in, and then guess who walks out? Pep and Spin. Love them. And it was another moment of like, what the? I'm thinking like, how does the 90s house know that this is like my life? That they're giving me life. Okay, every challenge, every person we meet, every celebrity, it's like, damn, y'all giving me my life. Okay, and it was the bomb feeling to meet them. However, we did have Peppa's ex-husband's baby daddy's group song. So I'm like, shit, I definitely got to represent. If I don't, it's gonna just be bad. I have to do the damn thing. So what you guys didn't see in the episode was we actually got to meet with Pep and Spinderella and basically go over our song. So we had to rap our song for them. And we rapped it as a group because at that time we didn't know that we were gonna be battling each other. They so slick. They are so slick. Production is so slick. Anyway, we got to rap for them, and they loved it. Like, well, they loved me and my flow and like how I delivered my verses. And Pep asked me, she was like, you know, are you a rapper back at home? I'm like, no, I'm just from the Bronx. Okay, the Bronx is the creation of hip hop. It's the birth of hip hop. A lot of rappers are from the Bronx, and I don't know, I think growing up, you just grow up with like a flow. Like you grow up with like the swag of like knowing how to spit, you know, your rhymes or, you know, other rappers' rhymes. Like it is what it is. So that got me feeling so good, which is why I created this song right here that you guys are listening to in the background called Dope. And it's a dope track, and I'm so happy that I created it. And I want to still again thank Pep and Spinderella and all the rappers that I named in this song, and all the rappers that came before me in this in the 90s and now. Like, it's just honestly, I'm inspired by everyone. So definitely, yeah, that's the reason why I made this song. I hope you guys are enjoying it. So we step into the ring, or to the arena where the ring is, and we get the news that we're not working together, we're battling against each other. And let me tell you something, okay? My mind was so blown. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Sorry to curse. It was like, yo, we rehearsed for so many hours together. Like, I'm used to piggybacking off of you and having your back and you having mine. Like, now we're, you know, by ourselves. So I said, you know what? Prince and I last night made a pact. We said, listen, we don't have the lyrics right now. This is when we was losing our freaking minds. We said, we don't have the lyrics right now, but you know what? If we're gonna go home, we're going home with a bang. Okay? Let's hype the crowd up. Our song is a hype song, so we had that to our advantage. So let's take advantage of that. So once we got started, I started first, and then Prince was meant to go second. Once Prince went, he didn't even do not one line from the verse. I'm like to myself, like, all right, you're in this for yourself, Jenielle. Prince is effing up right now, which is effing you up a little bit, but just keep it going. And once he started his own freestyle, I said to myself, damn, okay, just stick with the lyrics. Okay, that's the challenge rules anyway, so just do it. So I start doing it, and then he just cuts me off. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, okay, you have to just continue going. So I kept going. And I'm like, you know what? since you don't want to let me talk, I'm going to keep going. And that's when I had my whole freestyle, which you guys didn't see until after that part. But I killed Prince. I'm sorry. As far as him and I together, I killed Prince. I had the best flow. The crowd was loving my freestyle. And even though he was rapping over me, I still made it my business, okay, to get the crowd's attention, to hype the crowd up, to just show my personality, be animated. That's just me all day. So I just knew that I needed to do that. Dev and Chase, Devin, my bro, he just didn't do that great of a job. He forgot his lyrics. Chase really had a one-up on him because he had the outfit and he knew all the words and he hyped the crowd really well. So that was, the damn. And Sierra just knew all the lines, but her flow was not as good, and her, her delivery wasn't as great. But Shay had her freestyle and she killed it. So, let's move on forward. Back at the house, I got a little bit emotional. Okay,